series of VAT reforms designed to ease the tax burden on individuals and businesses. He further noted that the effective VAT rate will be reduced from 21.9% to 20%. The VAT registration threshold increased from 200,000 Ghana cedis to 750,000 Ghana cedis, and VAT zero rating on locally manufactured textiles extended to 2028. The finance minister explained that abolishing the COVID-19 levy alone will return 3.7 billion Ghana cedis to individuals and businesses, while the broader VAT reforms are expected to benefit households and enterprises by nearly 6 billion Ghana cedis. Dr. Forson expressed confidence that these measures would stimulate economic activity, promote private sector growth, and provide much-needed relief to Ghanaians grappling with a high cost of living. Let's go over the phone lines now and speak to our correspondent, our parliamentary correspondent, Ni Ayikwe Okan, to gauge the reaction of members in the House after the presentation of the budget. Ayikwe, good evening and welcome to the Channel One Newsroom. How are you doing?
Good evening, and I'm doing fine. What about you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's been a very long day in Parliament. Tell us about the reactions, especially from the minority side, after the presentation of the budget.
Well, so as it stands now, the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasiel Atoforsen, has presented the 2026 budget statement to Parliament. And we had cheerings from both sides of the House, the majority and minority caucuses, to the extent that the Speaker had no option than to walk out from his seat. So the cheering was ongoing despite cautions from the Speaker, Alban Bagbin. So he had no option than to vacate his seat and leave the members of Parliament on the floor to keep cheering on the Finance Minister. That's those from the majority side, whilst those from the minority side also raised placards to the effect that the government is failing in its fight against illegal mining activities. As it stands now, that is currently what is going on the floor of Parliament. But let me give you some highlights of what the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasiel Atoforsen, has been presenting to Parliament. What he stated is that the government intends to abolish the COVID-19 levy, and this is expected to generate about 3.7 billion Ghana cedis to Ghanaians. This will inure to the benefit of individuals as well as businesses. The government also announced the allocation of 400 million Ghana cedis as seed capital for the Women's Development Bank. Now, 500 million Ghana cedis was also announced as the allocation for the victims of the Akosombo Dam spillage. He indicated that 800,000 new jobs are expected to be created with the introduction or with the rollout of the 2026 budget. What the Finance Minister stated also is that 150 million Ghana cedis has been allocated to the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, that's the NIMOS, to enhance their operations to fight the menace of illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey, in the country. 110 million Ghana cedis has also been allocated for the government's 24-hour economy. So we are expecting that from the year 2026, the 24-hour economy would be financed with 110 million Ghana cedis. Government has also announced that it will complete 10 Agenda 111 hospitals in the year 2026. What the Finance Minister stated also is that the President has directed all public schools to ensure the purchase of rice, maize, chicken, eggs, that are also produced locally as part of efforts to deal with the food glut and also ensure that we boost local production. So these are some of the major highlights on the floor of Parliament today from the budget statements presented by the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasiel Atoforsen. Joining me here is the Member of Parliament for Garu, Dr. Thomas Anaba. I would want to engage him briefly on what he also picked from the budget presented by the Finance Minister. Thanks for joining us on the Channel One Newsroom, Doc.
Thank you very much, and good evening to you, and good evening to your cherished listeners and viewers. This very beautiful evening after the budget statement read by this able Honorable Member of Parliament and then Minister for Finance, delivering a solid budget for the good people of Ghana.
What makes it so solid?
It's so solid because you are seeing that just in some few sectors we are going to create thousands of jobs. That is very important. You have also heard that he's going to take away some taxes that will put money back into people's pockets. He has also told us that they are going to work to stabilize the STD and reduce inflation. That would give value to people's monies in their pockets. That's another achievement. He has told us that he is going to cancel the COVID levy, which everybody was expecting to be cancelled. After all, COVID is gone. Why do we keep that levy? And that levy is going to put money back into the pockets of people. These are some of the things that I think is very enticing to listen. We have also heard about 10 kilometers of route to 160 districts, meaning that several kilometers of road are going to be constructed to agricultural zones and industrial zones, making it very easy for farmers to transport their goods to the market for us to buy. That will bring inflation of food products very low. That is going to help Ghanaians as well. So I think that these are some of the basic things that he has mentioned that I think that were new to the benefit of Ghanaians. He has mentioned the establishment, money being dedicated for the establishment of farm mechanized centers. That is going to bring tractors, farm implements, so that farmers can acquire them, farm, and then produce more food. If food is in abundance in the country and we are able to make the prices go low, salaries would have value. Money in our pockets would have value because food inflation would go down, and in that way, at least Ghanaians will be happy enough to eat very good food at a very affordable price. So I think that these are some of the things that is making the budget so solid. He has spoken of schools. They are going to complete senior high schools that were abandoned. They are going to build 200 more schools. They are going to build even quarters for teachers and head teachers, and then the rest, build toilet facilities for schools. All these are solid information. And the big push, you've heard it, the big push. Now traveling to Kumasi is going to be luxury if we are able to do this, and I think the government is bent in doing it. John Mahama, the infrastructure champion, is ensuring that he leaves a true legacy in his last 4 years to ensure that Ghanaians will remember him forever. That is one of the biggest points that I think that if really executed and the way they plan it, we'll never forget about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. So you heard the Garu MP, Dr. Thomas Anaba, sharing highlights with us on the 2026 budget. I also have with me here Dr. Stephen Amwa, MP for Nshaiso and former Deputy Finance Minister. Doc, thanks for joining us on the Channel 1 News.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you've heard some good news today from the budget.
Not at all.
Why?
But you heard yourself. They couldn't even emphasize one achievement that they've made out of discretionary policy. What I mean is that I don't even blame them too much because they are still at the embryonic stage. New government, they are now doing a whole lot of reconfiguration, vetting, and realignment. So they haven't done much.
Not even the stability of the city.
But it's not, they haven't done anything about stability of the city. What have they done about it? Did they tell you any policy that led to the stability of the city? It just came from last quarter 2024. Honestly speaking, what have they done? I'm asking you. It was the MPP government. One of the reasons majorly was the fact that we domesticated cocoa syndication. By January, we had gotten about 1 billion, in fact, over $1 billion in our account. It's never happened before. December, we had over $500 million. I am talking about dollars, over 1 billion. Aside that, we had gone through very successful and peaceful elections. So the confidence of the market. Thirdly, all the primary macro indicators that impact our exchange rate, primary balance, GDP and co, last quarter, they were even outperforming 2016. So investors had gotten confidence in our government. Don't forget that the 3 major approvals we had done to both staff and then the board, executive board level. And even the third one, we had done the staff level. So everything that we are enjoying today is as a result of what we did 2024. It's a fact. I'm not saying NDC government, they haven't done anything. No. Because they are yet to. Big push. What have they done? 24-hour economy. What have they done? They can't pinpoint one area from the discretionary spending arm of the budget, apart from the statutory. So they haven't done anything.
Now, your side of
Let me explain this thing to you. Our market economy is the defensive type. When we say a market economy is defensive type, about 90% is made up of SMEs. And then risk index, the systematic risk index is far less than 1. So when the economy moves forward 10%, it impacts the people or the market slowly. So even when we restored the economy last quarter, it impact exactly, and this is a fact. Unless those who do not understand those areas. And you can't say NDC government is not doing well, because first year of any new government, you don't do much. What is happening today economically is MPP's government. I was expecting them to give us hope with respect to how they are managing their fiscal policy and the relevant elements of our fiscal policy. One, debt sustainability. They have not done anything. They are enjoying what they actually inherited. Two, revenue generation. We are running what I describe as negative effective tax rate economy. What it means is that money is generated every year in our country. If we divide them among the households, amount that each house will get is far less than the amount that each house will get if we divide the expenditure. So we are always running a deficit economy. So if because of politics, because of political capital, you start withdrawing and reducing taxes for people to say, hey, not thinking about stability and the resilience of our economy. Is that how you manage economy? Ghanaians don't know what they are doing. They are simply taking us back.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's a pleasure.
So that's Dr. Stephen Amoah, MP for Nshaiso and former Deputy Finance Minister, also sharing with us his perspectives on the 2026 budget that was delivered a few minutes ago by the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasia Latofos, and on the floor of Parliament. Back to you in the studio, Eno.
Thank you very much, Ni Ayikwe Okan, our parliamentary correspondent. And now let's still stay on the budget, because the finance minister did mention that the COVID-19 levy had been abolished.
Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the decoupling of Get Fund and National Health Insurance levies from the VAT tax base. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish VAT on recognizance and prospecting of minerals. Mr. Speaker, will reduce the effective VAT rate from 21.9 to 20%. Mr. Speaker, will raise the VAT registration threshold from 200,000 to 750,000 cedis. Mr. Speaker, we will extend VAT zero rating on the supply of local manufacturing textiles to 2028. Mr. Speaker, for emphasis, we promise to abolish the COVID-19 levy. With the support of this House, Mr. Speaker, I'm proud to say that I'm happy to announce that today, COVID-19 levy is accordingly abolished. Mr. Speaker, by abolishing the COVID-19 levy, government is putting 3.7 billion Ghana cedis in the pockets of individuals and businesses in 2026. Mr. Speaker, these reforms will also reduce the cost of doing business by 5%, as a result of subjecting Get Fund and NHIL levies to input-output deductibility for businesses, Mr. Speaker. When this administration took office, Ghana's energy sector was saddled with about $1.4 billion United States dollars in debt to independent power producers, a ticking fiscal bomb, I call it. Mr. Speaker, today, that burden has been lessened. We have renegotiated all power purchase agreements, led by Ghanaian experts at no cost to the state, saving over $250 million and restructuring 1.1 billion Ghana cedis over a four-year period. Mr. Speaker, government is now fully current on payment, clearing $300 million United States dollars in 2025 year to date, and allocating $345 million United States dollars for 2026. Mr. Speaker, for the first time, we are not accruing new arrests in energy sector. Solar tariffs, projects like BXC and Mineji have dropped from 18 to 6.5 cents per kilowatt hour, cutting costs and expanding access. Mr. Speaker, this was achieved as part of the renegotiation. Mr. Speaker, The Electricity Company of Ghana revenues has risen almost 90% from 900 million to 1.7 billion Ghana cedis per month. Thanks to better enforcement of the cash waterfall mechanism. So, Speaker, I repeat, ECG's revenue has improved by almost 90% per month, from 900 Ghana cedis per month to 1.7 billion Ghana cedis per calendar month.
Still in Parliament, the House has approved the nomination of Justice Paul Bafuboni as the new Chief Justice of Ghana following a heated vetting and debate on the Appointments Committee's report. Justice Bafuboni's vetting on Monday, November 10, was marked by a walkout from minority members of Parliament who rejected his nomination. The minority cited ongoing court cases challenging the removal of former Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu as grounds for their boycott. There's more details in the following report.
Justice Paul Bafuboni has been approved as Chief Justice by a majority decision in Parliament, despite strong opposition from the minority caucus.
We, the minority, hold the view that there has been inconsistency in the approach in this matter, and that if care is not taken, this country that we all seek investment for may not attract that needed investment.
He qualifies under Article 1284 of the Constitution, has been a judge for 30 years, overly qualified, has been a Supreme Court judge for more than a decade and a half, and is now acting as the Chief Justice.
The motion has accordingly been adopted. This Honorable House has accordingly approved the nomination of Justice Paul Bafuboni as Chief Justice.
Meanwhile, the Defense and Interior Committee visited victims of the military recruitment stampede at the 37 Military Hospital, with the minority calling for a nationwide suspension of the recruitment process.
All nationwide recruitment exercises be put to a halt and suspended for the time being, not just Accra. All nationwide recruitment processes must be halted so that a very good job can be done in probing, in reviewing, reforming.
President was here yesterday. He's very sad about what has happened. And I'm sure in the coming days, measures are going to be rolled out to forestall the future occurrence of such a tragic incident.
2 out of the 6 casualties of the Elwak stampede have been identified as residents of Kaswa in the Owutu-Senya East municipality of the Central Region. The demise of the victims has left their families devastated. Central Regional correspondent Akwesiado has more in the following report.
The 2 victims are Priscilla Nyamalo, 22 years old and a staff of the Kaswa branch of the Consolidated Bank of Ghana, and Patience Potivi. The tragedy has thrown both affected families into deep sorrow. Relatives of Patience Potivi appeared visibly distraught when the MP for Kaswa, Felix Nakoyo Wokuno, in the company of MCE said Sabase Wonubanini, visited the family late last night following the incident. Abigail Nyamalo, mother of Priscilla Nyamalo, couldn't hold her tears as she narrated how she learned about the passing of her daughter.
My friend Echrena, Miss Afrena, and Ofa and Osi, or Ya Ubanu, or Yaru, or da 37. Or da 37. Missy, Ediana see, or so, me too, or background, who say, I see Yati Anisu. Oi, Yati Anisu, and I missy, yeah. Yo, me ba says here. You, after me friend for Nanko, me friend. My friend in Brazil, Uncle, Jesse.
Member of Parliament for the Autusenya East constituency, Felix Nako Yowokuno, pledged support to the families. The Deputy Minister of Defense, Broja Jemfi, and other officials are expected to visit the affected families on Friday.
I went together with my MC to the family house at Ope Kuma, and we broke the news to the family. Unfortunately for us, this morning, we had a call that Kaswa had a second casualty. So we also quickly had to rush to Akwele here, Cross River, to also break the news to the family.
Meanwhile, the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Agnes Namumolati, during a visit to the victims at the 37 Military Hospital, assured them of the necessary social support to ensure their condition does not become an impediment to their personal development.
A way of social protection for the vulnerable, as they have become, they are not left alone. Their future doesn't die with what has happened to them, but we will examine and assess their dreams, and together we will see how to position them in life such that this does not become an impediment to their youth and development.
Young Ghanaians seeking to join the Ghana Armed Forces in the Ashanti region say they are motivated by a strong sense of patriotism and the desire to serve their country. Many of the applicants who turned up for Day 2 of the ongoing recruitment exercise expressed confidence that if given the opportunity, they will dedicate themselves to safeguarding the nation's peace and security. Ashanti regional correspondent Bright Yabua reports.
The second day of the ongoing military recruitment exercise at the Babayara Sports Stadium in Kumasi has been smooth and well coordinated. This comes after Wednesday's session, which was marred by brief moments of commotion that led to minor stampedes, leaving 5 applicants with injuries. According to the station manager of the Ghana National Ambulance Service at the stadium, Jafara Abdullahi, Thursday's process has been incident-free, a situation he attributes to improved coordination and better crowd management by security personnel.
The Navy and the Air Force will be coming on Saturday. Because of that, the number have really reduced. And if you look at arrangement, it's far better. They have been partitioned into the various stands. For yesterday, they were all in the rest stands. Some were behind. So when they opened the gate, a lot of people come into at the gate, and that was creating some stampede. We gave us those problems. But for today, things are really good. We just have a few people who reported with headache and some ankle injury.
To the applicants, the desire to serve their country remains the driving force behind their decision to join the Ghana Armed Forces.
When I was young, I wanted to serve my country, so that is my motivation. So since senior high school, junior high school, my aim was to be a military man.
Applicants say the ongoing recruitment exercise has seen a major improvement compared to the previous day.
Today, everything is going well. Yesterday, it wasn't easy at all. So the people here, the officers, I'm talking about the officers, they are doing a good job. Yesterday, it wasn't easy, but today.
For yesterday, the program was very tough because the organization and everything was somehow.
Today as compared to yesterday is very cool and accessible, but then yesterday it was very tedious because not to speak ill of the Ghana Armed Forces, but then the number of people of soldiers expected yesterday was very low. Yesterday I saw about, I think that was 9 over here. So the people that were in yesterday for the recruitment were many than the soldiers over here. So they were not able to control us.
Day 2 of the recruitment exercise proceeded smoothly here at the Babayara Sports Stadium. But applicants believe that proper coordination will prevent future stampedes. For Channel 1 News, I am Bright Yeboah.
You're still watching the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Government highlights macroeconomic stability, jobs and stronger social services as top priorities in 2026 budget. We have the details shortly. Do stay.
Hey, Ghana. So you people know Miss Brother Man small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension, just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God down for boom. If you're poor, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from $4,050 for individuals, $5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
You're welcome back to the Channel 1 Newsroom with me, Inusafo. Up next is Channel 1 Business with Neteli Nete Ajahu.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
We're not sure what causes the panic, but if you're
Masquerades are scary, but bills shouldn't scare you. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes, 1-year insurance cover, and more. Tap into vibes in the EcoBank 5-Star Enjoyment Promo. Up to 15% discount when you use our cards and digital platforms. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card, or bank card information. PIN
pay better attention to details.
How are you doing, Natalie?
I'm good. Today the budget was read.
Yes, it was, and I'm sure you're excited about the scrapping of the
I'm very,
the
very, very
COVID-19
happy
levy.
about that because at least it takes off some burden off us.
Give us the details.
Okay. Now let's do some budget-related stories. The government has sustained its key economic indicators, underscoring its dedication to fiscal discipline, macroeconomic stability and sustainable growth as outlined in the medium-term macroeconomic framework for 2026 to 2029. While presenting the 2026 budget statement and economic policy to Parliament, Finance Minister Dr. Kasiala Tuforsen emphasized that the government's medium-term strategy focuses on consolidating macroeconomic achievements and promoting inclusive growth. Here is more.
Presenting the 2026 budget statement and economic policy on Thursday, November 13, Dr. Atuforsen stated that the growth target will be driven by a recovery in the services, manufacturing and agricultural sectors, with particular emphasis on expanding non-oil activities. He further highlighted that the 2026 fiscal plan anticipates year-end inflation of 8%, underpinned by strict fiscal discipline, prudent monetary policies, and enhanced coordination between the Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank.
Of stability, resilience and shared prosperity, government has set bold but achievable macroeconomic target for 2026 fiscal year and the medium term. Mr. Speaker, over the medium term from 2026 to 2028, real GDP is set to rise steadily, averaging about 4.9% at the minimum. Non-oil GDP is programmed to grow around 5% at the minimum. So, Speaker, inflation will stay within 8 plus or minus 2% targeted band, reflecting a firm grip on price stability. The Speaker, the fiscal balance will remain strong, with the primary surplus of 1.5% of GDP from 2026 onwards.
Meanwhile, the government has unveiled comprehensive value-added tax reforms in the 2026 budget, highlighted by the removal of the COVID-19 health recovery levy and a reduction of the effective VAT rate from 21.9% to 20%.
Government will, ahead of 2027, embark on a comprehensive reform of Ghana's key tax laws, including the Income Tax Act, Excise Tax Acts, and the Customs Tax Act, to align them with global best practices, promote equity and competitiveness, simplifying compliance and enhance revenue generation. The Ministry of Finance will commence these reviews in 2026, engage stakeholders and submit a draft to Parliament as part of the 2027 budget.
Now, the Bank of Ghana says it is fully prepared to roll out its long-awaited non-interest banking regulation, a key framework expected to transform Ghana's financial landscape by broadening access to credit and supporting new models of financing and trade and infrastructure. Speaking at the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants Business Leaders Forum on the theme Sustainability and Non-Interest Banking in Ghana, the central bank noted that the regulatory framework has been fully developed with only a final validation and approval from top management remaining before implementation begins. This report has more details. The Bank of Ghana says the rollout of non-interest banking will help diversify financing for trade, infrastructure and projects while creating new jobs in the financial and capital markets. Representing the BOG governor at the ACCA Business Leaders Forum in Accra, Professor John Gachi, advisor to the governor on non-interest banking and finance, said the regulation will also facilitate the development of sukuk and other ethical finance instruments to attract new investors and broaden funding.
Regulatory ready for this. We have put all the structures in place. We have put the guideline in place. It's just left with one level of validation at the top management level. Then the top management will take decision to roll the regulation out. And the regulation is structured to cater for various areas. We're going to have 2 levels of governance. One governance based on Act 930, and then one governance based on the product itself.
The ACCA Director for Africa, Jamil Ampoma, added that non-interest banking will open new career and advisory opportunities for financial professionals while expanding financing options available to businesses and clients.
I think the prospects are similar to what you would say we have in the traditional banking sense, but then this is a new, if you like, avenue. So for professionals, it opens, opportunities to be able to support in new areas. So if you take our traditional, banking services and products, this then brings in an additional layer. So I think it creates more opportunities for not just professionals, but, for those that we serve. And it gives us more options when we are advising our clients or our organizations in terms of the options of finance that they can take up.
Let's now bring an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's all for the business segment. I am Netele Ajahn. Back to you, No.
Thank you very much, Netele. To some other stories now. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has notified the Criminal Court 3 of the High Court in Accra of the ongoing extortion case involving former National Petroleum Authority Chief Executive Dr. Mustafa Hamid and 10 others has been transferred to a new court after the filing of a fresh charge sheet. In court on Thursday, prosecutors from the OSP noted the presiding judge that a new charge sheet was filed on October 17, which has since been assigned to the Criminal Court 4. According to the OSP, the return date for the new case has been confirmed for December 9, 2025. They prayed for an adjournment to coincide with the date scheduled for the new court. Counsel for the accused, Joseph Pemka, indicated that the defense was not opposed to the application. The presiding judge then adjourned the matter to December 9 at 10 a.m. Away from that, police have arrested 4 suspects in connection with the murder of Nana Owusu-Koko, the distilled Akwemuhene of Tanoso. The suspects, who were arrested between Monday, November 10 and Tuesday, November 11, 2025, are currently in police custody assisting with investigations. They have been identified as Isifu Ade, alias Akwesi Ade, aged 48, Stephen Jemfi, aged 55, Augustine Ahimfo, aged 42, and Martha Mansa, aged 65. Preliminary investigations revealed that the late Nana Owusu-Koko had been distilled as the Akwemuhene of Tanoso, after which Nana Echampong Dodu was installed as his successor. The deceased, however, rejected his distillment and engaged the royal family in a series of court disputes, subsequently leading to alleged threats by the suspects. However, all 4 suspects have denied any involvement in the killing during interrogation. A middle-aged man is battling for his life at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital following a fire outbreak that destroyed several structures at the Malamata market in Accra. The victim is reported to have woken up too late to escape the fire, which erupted on the night of Wednesday, November 12, 2025. Channel 1 News' Manuel Ayama visited the scene to assess the aftermath and reports.
Live from Malata. Yeah. We have here live problem.
Businesses and homes reduced to charred remains, with little to nothing left to salvage on a Wednesday night.
We were here around 10 o'clock. By then, I've not left for the house. So one gentleman came and told me that there is a fire coming from behind our shop. So at least we are all trying to put off that fire so that it wouldn't reach where the cold store was. So we tried. Then the fire just escalated. So that was when we started calling the fire service people whilst trying to put the fire on from where it's coming from.
Eyewitnesses say the fire was unable to move beyond the cold store warehouse, which houses multiple deep freezers and serves areas such as Choco and Nima. They believe that the non-combustible nature of the cold store helped reduce the intensity of the fire.
It's because of the cold store, it just stopped the fire. If not the cold store, it should have gone to the downside.
Upon total fire extinguishment, they realized that 12 wooden structures, out of which 6 were used as a dwelling place or dwelling places, whereas the other 6 were also shops that were for commercial purposes.
Meanwhile, a middle-aged man who was asleep during the incident and failed to notice the raging fire suffered severe burns. His brother, Ibrahim Nashiru, said he is currently receiving treatment at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, where he is in critical condition.
As I'm saying right now, my brother is inside the Kolebu Hospital.
How is his condition?
The condition is too hard. Amount of his body is bent.
Memories, hopes, homes, all gone. But one thing is for sure after such tragedies, they are calling for help to rebuild their lives. For Channel 1 News, from the Malamata Market in Accra, I am Manuel Ayama.
You're still watching the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Nigeria's Super Eagles book a place in CAF playoff final for 2026 World Cup after beating Gabon 4-1. We have the details shortly. Do stay.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month.
Are you aged 45 years and over and or noticed blood in your stool and have a family history of cancer? Then don't hesitate to have a colonoscopy. Early detection of cancer and effective treatment saves lives. Visit us or call us on 0244 581 541 or 0271 054 204. Mintuba Hospital. In to serve a peculiar health need.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Pearl. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God apple boom. If you're poor, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
I didn't know when this assassin.
But say if one the home for Sonia Emperor and fear.
Na I won him. And I didn't tell me fear.
As me to me a man and your best way, who bet to me a cool. Mr. Debbie.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Sports with Yao Ejay Minta. How are you doing, Yao?
I'm doing very well, you know.
So what's up with the Nigerians? They've qualified?
Yes, they've qualified to play in the playoff final, which will take place on Sunday.
All right.
But they have not qualified to the World Cup yet.
Give us the details.
Okay. And yes, the Super Eagles of Nigeria had to dig deep for a spirited extra time performance to overcome Gabon and book their place in the CAF playoff final for the 2026 FIFA World Cup that is set for the USA, Canada, and Mexico. Akko Adams opened the scoring in the 78th minute, but Mario Lemina's 89th minute equalizer forced the match into extra time. From there, the Super Eagles took control with Chidera Ejuke, restoring Nigeria's lead early in the first half of extra time before star striker Victor Osimhen sealed the results with a brace, scoring in both halves of extra time to complete a commanding finish. The win comes amid recent dispute between the players, technical team, and the Nigerian FA over unpaid bonuses, which is an issue that Captain William Troost Ekong confirmed had been resolved on the 12th of November 2025. Now moving on, and Ghana's Black Stars will face Japan on Friday at 10 a.m. in Nagoya in the first of two friendly matches on the 2025 Asian Tour as part of preparations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Head coach Otuado will be without the services of several key players for the matches against Japan and South Korea as he continues to assess the squad ahead of the World Cup. We have more on this report by Gabi Ofe.
Into the penalty area, good ball to Kubo, it's in the back of the net.
The most recent meeting between Japan and Ghana took place in 2022 international friendly, where the Samurai Blue recorded a comprehensive 4-1 victory. Japan have been impressive at home, winning 3 of their last 5 matches, both friendly and competitive, by at least a 2-goal margin. The Black Stars of Ghana will once again face a formidable challenge against a Japanese side currently ranked 19th in the latest FIFA rankings. The match will serve as a tough test for Coach Otuado, who is looking to fine-tune his squad ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
We are very, very pleased to be here. This is not our first time. We know the Japanese Federation has got a very, very strong team. I think so far everything went well with the organization and so on. And yeah, looking forward to that match. It will be difficult for us. But I know we also have the strength to also beat Japan. We studied them well.
And that'll be it for sports. My name is Yao Ejay Minta. Enu, over to you.
Thank you very much, Yao. And that's how we end today's edition of the Channel 1 Newsroom. Do visit our website, channel1newsonline.com, for more information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel 1 TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel 1 TV.